Passport Mommy with Michelle Jerson is a show about the journey of motherhood. Joining you on your greatest adventure, here's Michelle Jerson, the Passport Mommy.
I'm Michelle Jerson, the Passport Mommy, and if you are getting ready to give birth, or maybe you just gave birth and you're nursing, you know how important it is to find a good bra, a good cami, just really nice, supportive, comfortable, and if you should be so lucky, stylish clothing to go along with everything that you need for nursing and just getting ready for the whole birthing process, because we know as we expand, we need comfort and we're not supposed to wear underwire bras. I know some people say wear them, some say not to wear them. But it's all up to you. But regardless, for that, I have with me Nicole Foos. She has been working for Lamaze Intimates for close to 4 years. She lives in New York City with her husband and her 1-year-old boy. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So I have to say, everyone's familiar with the name Lamaze International, but can you tell us what the organization is and what Lamaze Intimates is?
Sure, absolutely. So the core mission of Lamaze International is promoting a natural, healthy, and safe approach to pregnancy, childbirth, and early parenting. All new moms should consult our website for more information. Now, Lamaze Intimates, we are aligned with this incredible organization. We design stylish and comfortable maternity and nursing bras, shapewear, sleepwear, all to provide new moms with the intimates she needs and the support she needs from pregnancy to parenthood.
Nice. And what are some of the most popular styles in the collection? And why do you think that they're popular?
Well, Mom always knows best, and that is why we are proud of the thousands of positive reviews on Amazon for our best-selling nursing bras. Let's see. Our top bra styles include our Seamless Comfort Nursing Bra and our cotton spandex sleep bra. Not only can they be worn as maternity bras, but Lamaze Intimates, they can all transition into nursing bras. So it's maternity and nursing.
I love that, because I know that when I was pregnant, I kept, increasing size. And then I thought, am I going to be able to use these same bras after the fact? And I ended up buying so many different pieces and then realized, you know what? I didn't have to do this. If I had just found the right bra that, like you said, can be worn before and after.
Correct. And comfort is key. So, during maternity, when you're on maternity, you want just a comfortable yet stylish bra that you can even go to sleep in, because you're uncomfortable. You need a little bit of support.
Right.
But our Seamless Comfort Nursing Bra, it has snap-down straps, which are great for nursing moms, also who lead active lifestyles. So if you're trying to fit in a yoga class, in between naps and feedings, it's easy. They're available multiple colorways: white, gray, black, nude. And then probably our number one selling bra is the cotton spandex sleep bra. It's stylish, it's super comfortable, it's affordable. It's available in over 15 different colors and prints, so you can match it with any outfit you have.
Nice. And I like that, you talk about the sleep bra, because a lot of people think, I don't need to wear a bra to sleep. But you know what? You realize you do.
You do. It's just, and once you do, you're like, why didn't I have this before?
Right, exactly. So you're a new mom. What are some of your maternity fashion secrets that you could share with our listeners?
I would say nursing camis are perfect because they allow for easy nursing and look great under a knit cardigan or sweater or button-up shirt. Our camis, they come in black, gray, white, and also 4 different stripes. They all feature the snap-down clip and as well as a shelf bra, so pumping and feeding is a breeze. I also love our Lamaze post-maternity support band. And I use it a ton during postpartum. The band, it's a postpartum recovery slimming belt that it's super easy to wear. No one has to know you're wearing it. It's adjustable. You put it on under your clothes. It just provides the midsection and back support that you really need after a pregnancy. It feels so comfortable. It's amazing. The purpose of this band is really to just hold you in during the day and make you feel conscious of your core.
Yes.
It keeps your core working and helps make your abs stronger. But of course, you're still going to need to do all the other work, like eat healthy, drink lots of water, try and get sleep, try and exercise in between whenever you can.
Yeah. And we know that is not easy, but I definitely like the idea of a belt because it's funny. When I was pregnant the first time, I thought, oh no, I'm not going to wear a belt because I want my abs to do the work naturally. But a belt is really great because it does give you that support, like you said, and it makes you a lot more conscious of, okay, let me do my standing ab exercises and just pull my abs in and strengthen my core and everything that you need to do to help with recovery. So now that you've gone through the birthing process, what is the one item that you think is crucial for every mom to pack in our hospital bag?
Okay, the hospital bag. Our Lamaze maternity and nursing sleepwear is a must. Like our pajamas and a lightweight robe to make you feel comfortable and presentable to visitors. So like when you're in the hospital, people are walking in your room without knocking all day long, like all night.
Right.
Like you don't even know there's doctor this and food delivery people and people, just anything to make you feel comfortable and covered. And so we have a number of different style pajamas in great colors and prints. We have long sleeve sets, short sleeve sets, camis, chemises, robe sets. They're all really, really comfortable and really great.
Nice.
Again, just like our intimates, our sleepwear, it's all designed to be maternity and nursing. So you wear it during maternity while your belly is growing, super comfy, and then they're all designed for after, all with super easy nursing compartments. So like the snap down clip or pullover neckline. So, and then finally, my favorite, we have this luxe fuzzy white robe. It is super cozy. It's perfect for this time of year, and it's perfect for the freezing cold hospital rooms.
Yes, I agree. And you know what else I think it's perfect for? When you get those baby shots and you want to take so many pictures of you and your new baby, I think a cozy white robe is like the perfect thing to have on. It's
so perfect. And for me, I had it when I was in the hospital for the hospital room, but it turned out afterwards, I put that on at home, and my baby just loved to snuggle in it. So it's perfect. Yes. So that's my number one piece. And P.S., it makes for the best baby shower gift. It's packaged beautifully, and like your mommy, friend, family is going to thank you for months to come.
Yeah, that is a great gift. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm putting that on my registry.
Yes, it's like no one buys anything for the mom, and I'm telling you, it's really a great gift.
Yeah. So social media is such an important way for all of us moms to get information on the latest trends or parenting hacks. Who are some of the moms that you follow?
So Lamaze Intimates hears from women all over the country regularly who love our products and share incredible content featuring our items. So Monica Delgado has gorgeous photos, and Kate Irene Blue has such great maternity style. They're proud of their mom bodies, and their sense of style is just incredibly and on point. If you want to see other real moms in our intimates, you can follow our Instagram handle at Lamaze Intimates to see how these real moms style our bras and our sleepwear. We also make it super easy to shop directly on our page.
Nice. And what is that page?
Lamaze Intimates.
Perfect. Yeah. And you can also find Lamaze Intimates at stores everywhere and online, right?
Yes, Lamaze Intimates is available online at Amazon, Kohl's, Walmart, JCPenney, Zulily, Nordstrom Rack.
That's great. And like you said, you brought up a point about how these moms are like just so great about showing off their mom bodies. And I think that's such an inspiration because I feel like some people are like, oh, I don't want to post a picture of me postpartum and blah, blah, blah. But I think it's a beautiful thing. And so many people admire that and think a mom's body is just gorgeous.
It is. And you're not alone. We're all in this together.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Nicole Foos, thank you so much for joining me today. It was so nice to hear about Lamaze Intimates because, like we said, I think a lot of people are familiar with the comfort and knowing what's behind Lamaze International, and to know that there is an intimates line that can support us through maternity, pregnancy, and postpartum is just wonderful, and through nursing.
Michelle, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
You are welcome anytime. And I just have to say that on a personal note, I know how much it could be just, hit or miss with finding that comfortable nursing bra and that right bra that fits that you want to wear at night. And so I have a few of the Lamaze Intimates in my collection, and they're also very affordable and a great gift to get. And, in addition to that white robe, any of the pieces are great baby shower gifts to give the mom to be. I'm Michelle Jerson. Don't forget, you can follow us on social, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Passport Mommy. More coming up in a few.
Passport Mommy with Michelle Jerson. Passport Mommy with Michelle Jerson is a show about the journey of motherhood. Joining you on your greatest adventure, here's Michelle Jerson, the Passport Mommy.
If you listen to the show, you know my good friend Marshall Stevenson is always on, and we chat about all types of parenting things. Well, he's a funny guy, but you know what? Sometimes not so funny topics come up, a little bit more of a serious topic, and something that we really want to make parents aware of and people in general. And for that, I'm thrilled to have with me Lisa Manheim. She is the mom of 10-year-old Emmett, a boy who loves Fortnite, roller coasters, and The Simpsons. And last May, Emmett was diagnosed with a bone marrow disease, which requires him to have weekly blood and platelet transfusions. And recently, it became evident that Emmett would need a bone marrow transplant, which he will undergo in the next few weeks. But Lisa is here with me to talk a bit about bone marrow donation and how it can save people's lives like Emmett's. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to help raise awareness about bone marrow donation. It's become very personal, as you mentioned, and I'm very grateful to have this forum to talk about it.
Absolutely. It's interesting because I know where I live, they hold a fundraiser every year to raise awareness and to get people to test to see if they could be potential donors. And I feel like certain things, whether it's this or anything else, people really may not pay close attention to until it personally affects them and realizes what an impact it could make if somebody would just help out. So tell me a little bit about the myths of bone marrow donation, because I feel like a lot of people are hesitant to get tested.
Yeah, no, I think that you're absolutely right. I mean, this is certainly nothing that we ever even considered until it happened to us, and it's nothing we had ever thought about before. But I think that bone marrow donation is scary. I think partially because of the idea of a bone marrow transplant. And the word transplant just has these connotations that you're giving up something that you need. Like, people think of kidney transplants or liver transplants. But a bone marrow transplant is much different. You're giving up bone marrow, which is, it's replenished in your body after just 4 to 6 weeks. And,
Okay.
And they only use like the tiniest fraction, like 1 to 5% of your bone marrow is even used in a bone marrow donation. For the donor, it's a relatively simple procedure. About 80% of the time, the donor can actually just donate peripheral blood stem cells, and that's just done a blood infusion where a needle goes in your arm and they take out what they need and then they put back what they don't need. And then 20% of the time, it is an actual bone marrow donation where it is a surgical procedure. Although it's an outpatient procedure, it takes about 2 hours or so, and you're left with a sore hip and little else.
Wow,
so
that is interesting.
People think of it as much more complicated.
Exactly, 100%. And I admit I did as well. I mean, I had no idea. I wasn't really informed about what it goes into it. So I think to educate people is so important, because tell me how it helps the recipient.
Well, it helps the recipient because, it depends on the case, but with Emmett, he has something called aplastic anemia, which means he actually has hardly any bone marrow left. And the bone marrow that he does have is not producing the red cells, the white cells, and the platelets that everybody else's does. So actually, if just receiving somebody else's bone marrow will actually cure him. It's the only cure for his particular disease.
Wow.
For things like leukemia, it replaces bad bone marrow and it's curative, rather than, it's not a Band-Aid. It's actually something that can cure people and give them a second chance at their lives.
That's amazing. Now, how did you first discover that he needed this?
So this was last May. Emmett is an avid baseball player, and he was on his Little League team, and he just came home and he would have all these bruises. So I was assuming that, he was, since he's the next Derek Jeter, that he was just banging himself up and getting these bruises everywhere. But there were too many. And then he had these little red dots around his body and his feet really hurt. So I told my husband I was working. I asked my husband to take him to the doctor. I said, this is what you need to tell the doctor. He said, the doctor's going to say you're crazy. And I said, that's fine. I want the doctor to say I'm crazy. But, lo and behold, the doctors did some blood tests and found that Emmett, his blood counts were really low. And it turned out that he had, this very rare disease.
Interesting. And so good that you went to the doctor, because I feel like so many people would just hold off and dismiss it and kind of just see what happens. So for people who want to hold a bone marrow registration drive, whether it's at their school, work, their place of worship, how can they go about doing this?
So I've been working with Be the Match, and they have been this incredible resource for me. Just not only informationally, but they've been almost emotionally, like they've really been there to sort of support our efforts. We held a big bone marrow drive that Marshall was at, actually. And so they had a representative come from Be the Match, and the representative who came, who was a wonderful guy, who himself had been a recipient of a bone marrow transplant. So he really was talking firsthand of how important it is and how it could really save people's lives. So I would suggest that if somebody wanted to hold a drive, it's very easy. All they have to do is contact Be the Match. It's bethematch.org, and they will set you up with someone who is local to your community, to their communities, and get you going.
Great. Lisa Manheim, thank you so much. I hope that more people can be that kind stranger and just go ahead and test and see if they could be a donor, because like you said, it can be such a simple process for everybody involved. Best of luck to little Emmett. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity.
Passport Mommy with Michelle Jerson. Passport Mommy with Michelle Jerson is a show about the journey of motherhood. Joining you on your greatest adventure, here's Michelle Jerson, the Passport Mommy.
Part of being a new mom is finding the right clothes for your child. And you might think, oh, I could just throw them in anything, no big deal. Yeah, you probably can. But you don't realize how difficult it might be to actually get the clothes on them when they're a little squirming baby, infant, and then even as they get a little older. We know parenting is definitely no snap, which is why I've invited Magnetic Me co-founder Lauren Levy here to tell us all about her innovative brand of magnetic closure infant layette wear and discuss the exclusive new collection the company just launched honoring the soon-to-be royal baby. Hi, Lauren.
Hey, Michelle. How are you?
Good. How are you? So tell me, how
Great.
did you come up with the idea for Magnetic Me?
So I came up with the idea when I was changing my nephew, and I was putting a Velcro bib around his neck, and he really didn't want me to, and he was squirming, and I saw that the Velcro was pulling out his little red hair, and it hurt him. And I thought, if it was just a magnet, it would be so quick and easy. And then right after that, I went to change him, and it was, being an aunt is almost like a new parent.
Right.
And you have to line up all those snaps, and you barely know what you're doing. And my sister was screaming at me, and the kid was screaming, and it was really stressful. And I thought this whole thing should be a magnet, and it could actually help me help him. And that's where it came from.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant because I use the Velcro bibs and I know how the little hairs get caught. Or even if you have the bibs with the holes that a hole goes into the little piece, still the hair gets caught. And their hair is so fine at that age that you don't need anything pulling it out.
Yeah, our bib is like, our outfits are really fabulous, and the bib is like just a little quiet workhorse. And I just love how, when a baby falls asleep when you're feeding it, it just slips off and the Velcro doesn't startle it, and you don't have to tug on their neck with the snap. It's just the easiest, awesomest thing.
Yeah, it really is. And I have to say that I remember seeing Magnetic Me at a baby show here in New York, and I thought, this is brilliant. And not just the bibs, but you have a whole line of clothing. So when you define your brand to someone, how do you describe it?
We say it's the absolute easiest way to dress a baby.
Yep.
And it really is.
It makes sense. I mean, I was on your website, and you take all of the baby essentials and just make them really easy to put on.
Yeah, Magnetic Me, it's smart, it's soft, it's stylish, it's a whole package. And like for new parents, especially, when you have no idea what you're doing with a new baby. Like I have a boy, and then 15 months later I had twins. So I was in the thick of it. And it's really, you just need help. You're sleep deprived, and the clothing helps. And I couldn't imagine actually going through all that with snaps.
I know. And I can't imagine going through twins 15 months after. First,
yeah.
I give you a lot of credit. I bet you were glad that you came up with this product before you had children.
Yeah. So that was like so gratifying, actually. We launched this 3 years before I had children. And when I had my first one, there wasn't anything that I would have changed. So I was super proud about that.
Wow, that's great because, usually we learn a lot from actual parenting that we could have never predicted beforehand. So that's amazing that you covered all those bases. What are the different items that you design? So
we have a complete layout line, and that includes, and that's ages preemie up to 24 months. And so it includes gowns and footies, coveralls, bibs, hats. We just came out with this great line of Levies, which are so soft. We have these amazing super luxe fabrics. We have fleece jackets and, like snowsuits and buntings, which are great because, when you're trying to get out with the baby and you have to pack the diaper bag and the snacks, and it's you're exhausted before you set foot out of the door. But our snowsuits are really great because they close themselves. It's so hassle-free.
That's amazing because, yes, when you have the layers and layers to put on them in the wintertime, and especially if you live in a place like a city, like New York City, they need to bundle up, and it can take a very long time to get out of the house. So anything that makes that easier is amazing. So I know that you have a lot of key pieces that we, talked about, but what are some of the main ones that we should be bringing home to baby when the baby is first born?
So when the baby's first born, I love our gowns. We have the greatest gowns, and some people are not. I guess if your parent or your mother has no experience with it, then I think the moms don't know what to do with it. But if you haven't used a gown, it's fabulous because it's basically the easiest way to, get a diaper change because they're nice. You stay nice and warm up top, but on the bottom it has easy access, and you're changing those babies every 3 hours. I don't think new parents realize that.
Yes,
and that's a lot of changing. So with our gowns, you literally unswaddle, access the diaper really quickly, and then baby goes back to sleep. It's so easy. Yeah. And then the next key piece is our footies and coveralls, and that is something babies just live in for the first year at least. And our designs are the best. We have amazing designers here, and they're super trendy and but classic, but baby. That's the most favorite part. Coming up with all our new collections.
Yeah, and it must be trendy because we've seen on Instagram that Bahati Prinsloo and Hilary Duff both posted pictures of their new babies wearing Magnetic Me. That must have been really exciting for you.
Oh my goodness. It's I think actually I was reading Us Weekly one day at home. I get them Friday afternoon. So when I got home, I was flipping through it, and then all of a sudden I see just one of our outfits, and it was shocking. It was shocking in such a great way. And it was actually Beverly Mitchell from Seventh Heaven, and her kid was wearing it in Us Weekly. And I was like, oh my gosh, I know that. That's us. And then all of a sudden we started seeing celebrities posting pictures of our stuff, and it's really fun.
Wow, that's incredible. Because, you don't think about that sometimes when you're reading these magazines. You're looking at all of the adults, wardrobes and what they're wearing. But when you start having kids, you start paying attention to what the celebs' kids are wearing, too.
Yeah, well, they're busy, too. So they need it. There's not one parent that's not busy today.
Exactly. So now you launched a limited edition an Heir is Born collection in 2013 when Duchess Kate was pregnant with George. And now you have a new limited edition collection that was just launched honoring Prince Henry and Meghan Markle. Tell me about it.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I'm a huge, huge Anglophile. I love all things royal. I love all things British. And when Princess Kate was expecting, I was expecting my son. So we were in it together. And when she announced her pregnancy, I thought, my heir is going to be born at the same time. So we decided to call the collection an Heir is Born. Because really, it's for my kids too.
Right.
But we wanted to celebrate alongside of them and with them and for them. And so we came out with this great collection, and it sold out. Everybody loved it. And we thought, okay, what's the next move? What can we do that's, as big and as relevant and as exciting? And there really wasn't anything for years and years and years until Harry married Meghan. And then we thought, oh my gosh, this is it. We have, I think if he had married somebody who was also English, I'm not sure if it would be this exciting for us. But
right.
Because she's American, it's like our baby also.
Right, exactly.
So we're in it with her, and we're so excited. And I think she's such a great example for us today. I think she's smart. She's educated. She's gorgeous. And we can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. So tell me about what your team came up with for the design of this collection.
So the Heir is Born collection has little icons, celebrating any royal baby. But on top of that, we added American flags and British flags, and it has crowns and buntings and carriages and royal trumpets. I don't know. It's really it's so adorable. Fun. So we came out with a whole collection. We have Levies with also little crowns and bibs, and it's a unisex collection, which is most importantly. So it's for every baby.
Nice. And I realized how important that was when I realized that I was having a boy the second time around. And I thought, wow, now I know what they mean with gender neutral clothing, and how I wish maybe I had bought more of that for the first baby. Yeah,
this is really, it's an heirloom. So if the next royal baby comes along that's as big, I guess you can sport it again.
Yeah, exactly. So where can you find the Heir is Born collection?
So the best place is on our website, and that's magneticmeat.com. We have a whole capsule collection. Actually, that's going to be shipping soon. We had it available for pre-order, and now we're shipping.
Great. And where can people find more of your styles besides the Heir is Born, just everything that you offer?
So you can find us at Bye Bye Baby, Nordstrom, Von Maur, Amazon, and then your local boutique.
That's incredible. Congrats. I mean, to be in all of those places, that's really where everyone's shopping. You've got it all covered.
Yes, thank you. We call it, it's all word of mouth, and I call it the shower pop, where somebody finds us and they bring it to the shower, and they're the shower hero, gift-giving hero. And
right.
Then everyone says, oh, where did you get that? And then it starts popping.
Exactly. Because I feel like, sometimes you're sitting at these showers and it's like, okay, the same stuff. Yes. Oh, and you have to act all excited and everything's so cute and great. But then when you see something like this that is so unique and so helpful to parents, I mean, it really is a wonderful gift.
That? So I see once that happens, I start seeing when we start seeing our online sales, all the different cities and sometimes the small towns, you start seeing a few orders going to a small town. I'm like, oh, I bet they had a shower.
That's great. So let me ask you one final question. What is the one thing that you wish you knew prior to launching the first collection that you're now applying to the upcoming collection that we just talked about?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think it's like a trend thing. Like, I had my 3 babies, and we like to evolve and stay on trend. And the moms of today, even just a few years later, my kids are now 4 years old, and it's a whole new landscape. So, and we like to be agile, and our prints reflect that.
Yeah. And that's so great because I think people are definitely looking for style and, just to kind of keep with the times in addition to, just your basic baby clothing. I think especially when the kids are really young, they want to dress them looking nice, whether it's a first outfit coming home from the hospital.
The kids definitely these days have to look cool. That's more importantly. I remember we started a collection and it had black in it, and some of our retail stores were like, nobody dresses their kid in black. And we're like, no, but it's cool. Yeah. And then black is all over the place now.
That's hilarious. I know it. I was going to say, if they're not from New York, then clearly no idea because like black has been cool in New York forever. And that's all anybody wears.
Yeah.
So very nice. Lauren Levy, thank you so much. Co-founder of Magnetic Me. Thank you for joining me today. Tell me again, where can everybody go? Your website, any social, Instagram, where can people find all of your information?
magneticme.com. And you can find us on Insta. We are at Magnetic Me Baby.
Perfect. Lauren Levy, thank you so much again for joining me today. I'm looking forward to checking out some of your wardrobe. Probably I'm going to make my whole wardrobe Magnetic Me when I have my baby in a few months because I know what it was like the first time around not having magnetic clothing and thinking how wonderful an idea and how easy it will make it. And especially when you're battling a toddler, trying to get dressed at the same time as you have your newborn getting dressed. I'm Michelle Jerson, the Passport Mommy. And don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Passport Mommy. And you can head to the website, passportmommy.com, to listen to this show or any others that you've missed in the past.
Passport Mommy with Michelle Jerson. Passport Mommy with Michelle Jerson is a show about the journey of motherhood. Joining you on your greatest adventure, here's Michelle Jerson, the Passport Mommy.
I love going to Broadway shows, and I especially love talking to moms on Broadway who work on Broadway. And this week we're going to talk with Nadia DiGiallonardo. She is the musical director of the wonderful show Waitress, which I had the pleasure of seeing last week. She has worked with Diane Paulus on the Broadway revivals of Hair and Pippin, and she continues to supervise the Pippin tour. Nadia and her sisters are frequent guests on A Prairie Home Companion, and she recently released their live CD, Shout, Sister, Shout. Nadia, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, thanks for having me, Michelle. It's good to be here.
I loved Waitress. Now, I know a lot of people have seen the movie in the past, but I have to say the music in this production is just, it gets at your heartstrings. If you're married, if you have a child, if you're pregnant. I went to see it pregnant with my second child, so you can imagine I was just bawling most of the show in a good way.
Yep. I can imagine. Yeah, Sarah has really written such a powerful score, and it's been so inspirational for so many moms. We have so many moms working on the show, so many moms who've come to see the show, and to think that it was written by someone who has not yet had any children and hasn't experienced that. She was able to get inside of what that feels like and how powerful that moment is of seeing your little one, and the emotions leading up to that. She's an incredible songwriter, really. Her lyrics and music both are just, she gets it, I think she even surprised herself with this, I have to say.
Yeah, it really is amazing for somebody who's never been a mom. And then also the lead in the show right now, she's not a mom, right? And she's also just portrays the character incredibly.
Yeah, well, to be honest, we discovered this recently, that we've only had one Jenna. It was Nicolette Robinson we've only had one Jenna who actually had gone through childbirth in real life. So all of these women are just channeling this and figuring it out. You know, I'm sure the experience of playing Jenna when you've actually been through it is even more powerful to be able to pull from that. But yeah, we haven't had a lot of mom Jennas.
Yeah, that's incredible. So you yourself as a mom, how do you find it working this show and balancing it with real life motherhood?
Theater is one of the most demanding schedules. You know, you work all day, then you work all night. You know, you work 6 days out of the 7-day week. So you have this one precious day off. So when you have kids, it can really drive you crazy because you feel like you're never home. But the great thing about it is that it's such a kid-friendly industry. Everyone has kids. Everyone brings their kids to work. You know, the families are really welcome. And having worked alongside Diane Paulus for all these years really spoiled me because she's got 2 girls and I have 2 boys. And when we did Hair together, it was our first Broadway show for both of us. And I had a 4-month-old, my first baby, and I remember I showed up to rehearsal the first day, and she had set up a little corner of the bathroom to be my pumping booth. She just did that for me. And I got to work, and she was like, when we take a break, you have to go in there, because her kids were older already. You have to go in there, and you have to pump, and, you know, and so she was just so supportive. And then there were days that I would just bring my baby to work in the Baby Bjorn, and I would do the whole rehearsal with him in the Baby Bjorn. So by now, with my boys being 10 and 7 years old, they are just theater kids. They get it. They love my work. They're in London with me now working on Waitress, and they sit in the theater and they take notes and they give me notes after the show. It's just, it's such a loving, supportive environment, as grueling as it is. We're lucky that, you know, kids are so welcome in it. But
that
it is a
so
grind.
nice to hear. And it's really great that you were able to, because I know a lot of moms, when they first have babies, they think, I can't continue. It's not possible to balance both. And so I give you so much credit that not only did you balance both, but you excelled in it. And now they're older and you're still doing this wonderful work. So tell me, where can people go to get tickets for Waitress?
Oh, my goodness. Obviously, come to our box office anytime. We're always there working in the theater. You can go and buy tickets and hear the show that's going on through the door and kind of get excited about it. You can go online to Ticketmaster, and we always have on Broadway box. We're always doing special offers. I know right now we've got a really cool ticket. We've got Joey McIntyre in the show, and we've got some cool ticket offers right now. And we're in the tour is going all around the country. We're in Florida right now for anyone who's there. And we're in London. We're about to open in London. We're in previews right now. So we're growing. So hopefully there'll be a chance for everyone to see Waitress wherever you are. It's really, it really speaks to everyone in every stage of life. It's definitely worth seeing.
I agree with you 1,000%. And I don't know what took me this long to see it. I know it's been out for about 3 years now and still going strong. But yes, if you are living somewhere where there is a tour of Waitress coming to your area, you must see it. Nadia DiGiallonardo, thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget, you can follow us on social at Passport Mommy. Have a great rest of the day.
Passport Mommy with Michelle Jerson